The U.S. has become a dumping ground for everybody else's problems. They're sending us not the right people. It's coming from more than Mexico. It's coming from all over South and Latin America, and it's coming probably from the Middle East. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. But I speak to border guards.
Do you think the president is racist?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. You can look at Charlottesville when there were peaceful protesters and on the other side neo-Nazis, and he talks about fine people on either side, calling Mexicans rapists and criminals.
And white supremacists on the same moral plane.
I'm not putting anybody on a moral plane. What I'm saying is this. You had a group on one side and you had a group on the other, and they came at each other with clubs, and it was vicious, and it was horrible, and it was a horrible thing to watch. But there is another side. There was a group on this side, you can call them the left, or you've just called them the left, that came violently attacking the other group. So you can say what you want, but that's the way it is.
On both sides, sir? You said there was hatred, there was violence on both sides.
Well, I do think there's blame. Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides. I think there's blame on both sides, and I have no doubt about it, and you don't have any doubt about it either. And if you reported it accurately, you would say.
They showed up in Charlottesville to protest.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. Well, no, George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down, excuse me, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. Now, we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. You had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits and with the helmets and with the baseball bats. You had a lot of bad people in the other group too.
Who has treated unfairly, sir? I'm sorry, I just didn't understand what you were saying. You were saying the press has treated white nationalists unfairly?
No.
I just didn't understand.
You look good too.
Fleming Begay.
Very good.
Fleming Begay was one of the co-chairmen for Trump president.
I know that. Being here as we commemorate the return of historic Native American artifacts and sacred remains to American soil. Well, I want to thank you very much. We're here with some of the black leaders of our country and people that are highly respected and people that have done a fantastic job and for the most part have been working on this whole situation with me right from the beginning.
Yeah. Yes.
And we've done a lot. We've done opportunity zones, we've done criminal justice reform, We've done things that people didn't even think possible. Criminal justice reform, we've let a lot of great people out of jail. Johnson is really just such a great example, a fine woman, and she doesn't say she didn't do, she made a mistake. But she was in there for 22 years when we let her out, and she had practically another 20 left.
She did.
And, that's not
Her
appropriate.
children grew up, her grandbabies.
Yeah, no, it's so incredible.
Wow.
And you couldn't produce, there's nobody in Hollywood that could have produced that last scene of her. That was the real deal. Of her when she saw her kids. Yeah?
Amen.
Her family.
Amazing,
So
amazing.
it's really a fantastic thing. So what I think I'd do is I'd like to, for the media, I'd like to go around the room and we can do just a quick introduction of each other. And I'll start with me. My name is Donald John Trump. I'm President of the United States. He's coming in next week on Tuesday.
Sir, I am from Bangladesh, and here is the 37 million the Hindu, Buddhist, and Christian are disappeared. Please help us for Bangladeshi people. We want to stay in our country.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, still there is 18 million minority people. My request is, please help us. We don't want to leave our country. Just help us to stay. I have lost my home. They burned my home. They taken my land, but no judgment yet taken place. Please.
Who took the land? Who took the home and the land?
The Muslim fundamentalist group, and they are always they are getting the political shelter, always.
I know the president has to get on, so I want to, everybody.
We could take a couple.
Can you? Okay, good.
The helicopter.
Nadia,
Has it landed, the helicopter? Have we landed out there yet? No? Come on.
Can your president,
Yes, please.
1 to 3 million Uyghur population are locked up in concentration camps in China, including my father, who's now serving life sentence in China. I haven't seen him since
Where is that?
2013.
Where is that in China?
That's in the west part of China. The region in Chinese is called Xinjiang.
Yeah.
We call it Uyghur region. So far we have
How long has your father been gone?
he has been in jail for 5 years, and we don't know how long he will still be in there.
Do you have any communication with him?
I haven't heard about him since 2017 because
So-
that's when the concentration camp started. Anyone who goes to ask about anybody's family member's news will never make their way back to their own homes.
Nadia.
Yes, please. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very
that
much.
I
Thank
give us
you.
the opportunity to see you. I'm Esther from Nigeria. I do 3 years in Sambisa. I escaped from Boko Haram. So thank you for your opportunity.
That's tough stuff, right?
Yes,
That's a tough thing. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Can I say one more guys?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Il from North Korea. And first I want to say really thank you. And then my aunt, all of my aunt family, Chu Chun-hee, Kim Chol, Kim Ji-hang.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Highness, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the United Arab Emirates.
Stand here today to extend a hand of peace and receive a hand of peace. In our faith, we say, O God, you are peace, and from you comes peace. The search for peace is an innate principle, yet principles are effectively realized when they are transformed into action. Today, we are already witnessing a change in the heart of the Middle East, a change that will send hope around the world.
الأجيال القادمة.
Your Excellency, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of the State of Israel, thank you for choosing peace and for halting the annexation of Palestinian territories, a decision that reinforces our shared will to achieve a better future for generations to come.
سادة الحضور نشهد وازدهار.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing today a new trend that will create a better path for the Middle East. This peace accord, which is a historic achievement for the United States of America, the State of Israel, and the United Arab Emirates, will continue to have a positive impact, as we believe that its reverberations will be reflected on the entire region. Every option other than peace would signify destruction, poverty, and human suffering. This new vision, which is beginning to take shape as we meet today for the future of the region, full of youthful energy, is not a slogan that we raise for political gain, as everyone looks forward to creating a more stable, prosperous, and secure future.